Children, today you are going to read an extract from a story called The Last Leopard by Lauren St. John. Here, Martin, her grandmother and her best friend Ben are in Zimbabwe to help her grandmother's friend Sadie manage a hotel. But Sadie has encountered a lot of problems from hunters and treasure seekers. These people want to scare Sadie away from that land in the hope of capturing Khan, the legendary giant leopard. The author's dedication to saving endangered wildlife is manifested in this children's book featuring 11-year-old Martin and her friend Ben. In this novel, her aunt takes them to Zimbabwe to assist a friend who has broken a leg and needs help. As the story unfolds, a giant leopard named Khan becomes the crux of the tale. The elusive animal lives on the woman's land, but many want to kill the huge animal named Khan. Chapter. All around her, the hills of the Matapos unfold in lumpy folds of green and brown. As far as Martin could tell, the only things moving in the shadowed valley below were the horses tethered at the bottom of the mountain. A lone lassie, a favorite food of leopards, sniffed along the base of the cave until it saw it had company and darted away. Here is explanation. So when Martin reached Zimbabwe, she could find the hills of Matopo stretching around her. She couldn't find anything much there. The only thing moving there was the tied horses at the bottom of the mountain and a small rat-like animal which is the favorite food of leopards sniffing along the base of the cave. When it got a company, it darted away. Let's move to the second paragraph. As it grew lighter, Martin went over to examine the paintings. She never got tired of looking at cave pictures, finding them endlessly fascinating and thrilling, and the sketches here were especially well preserved. Their dusky pink, grey and ochre colors had survived thousands of years with barely a blemish. There were the usual scenes of hunts, feasts and ceremonies, but she was surprised to find that there were quite a lot of similarities between these pictures and those in the memory room cave at Saubona, almost as if they were the work of the same artist. She supposed that the painting techniques of the Sen had been passed down through the generations. Here is the explanation to this paragraph. Martin went to examine the paintings in the cave. She never got tired of looking at cave pictures. She found those pictures fascinating and thrilling. Those sketches were well preserved. Their colors had remained for thousands of years without damage. The pictures were of the usual scenes of hunts, feasts and ceremonies, but she was surprised to find that there were quite a lot of similarities between these pictures and those in the memory room cave at Saubona. They were almost the work of the same artist. Let's now move to the third paragraph. One image was set slightly apart. Martin wandered over to look at it. It showed a girl standing at the entrance to a cave. The cave Martin was in now, if its round mouth and guard-like pillar were anything to go by. And crouched on the pillar, as if it were about to pounce, was a leopard, the leopard she had seen in the sand. So here, while she was in the cave, she could see one image that was drawn slightly apart. She moved to look at it. It was the painting of a girl standing at the entrance to a cave. The same cave where she was in, and crouched on the pillar, there was a leopard about to pounce, and that was the same leopard which she had seen in the sand. Let's now see the word meanings given in these paragraphs. The meaning of unfurls is to open up. Tethered means tied up with a rope. Lassie is a small and furry African animal, a little like a rabbit, little like a rat. Blemish is a mark that spoils the appearance of something.